Meteorologist Cassie Hyder, Southwest tagline is "Want to get away?" And I think the answer is yes, to someplace much cooler because we have another weather alert day.
Yes, not only today, but tomorrow as well. And I wouldn't be surprised if it even gets extended into Monday at this point. It still looks very hot and humid over the next few days at least, but eventually we are tracking some changes in the forecast. So there is some good news here eventually. But for today, we do have our WFAA Weather Alert Day. You can see that it goes until 8 o'clock tomorrow evening because of the dangerous heat and humidity that we are expecting. So the feel-like temperature could actually get up to about 105 degrees at its peak later this afternoon. So what you need to do is limit your time outdoors. If you have to be outdoors for an extended period of time, make sure to take plenty of breaks, find the shade, hydrate properly, wear SPF, and of course don't leave your babies in the back seat. Here's the heat advisory. We're talking about the Metroplex and areas off to the east, but out to the west, even though those counties are not technically under the heat advisory, it's still going to be plenty hot. Right now we're at 80 degrees in Denton, 78 in Canton, 80 in Fort Worth, and 77 in Granbury. But later this afternoon, temperatures will likely make it into the mid and upper 90s for a lot of us. 97 in Dallas, 96 in McKinney, 96 in Athens, and 93 degrees in Hillsborough. Notice some of our counties just to the south and west, temperatures may be several degrees cooler. There will be a very low coverage of rain and storms in the forecast for just southwest of the Metroplex, I think, later today. So that's why those temperatures should be a little bit cooler. Overnight tonight, we're going to be mostly clear. Temperatures drop down into the upper 70s to around 80 degrees, 80 in McKinney, 78 in Greenville, and 79 tomorrow morning in Fort Worth. Satellite and radar very quiet right now. We've got nothing but sunshine. We could, however, see maybe a few more clouds build up later today, and then later this evening, it's trying to show maybe a few isolated showers, but not necessarily in the Metroplex. The ridge of high pressure off to the east, that's going to be making its way west over the next couple of days. So all in all, it looks pretty dry for at least the next few days. By the time, though, we get into Tuesday and into Wednesday, that ridge of high pressure goes all the way back out to around New Mexico. And now that's going to set us up to where we actually have a chance of getting some rain and storms, or at least pieces of disturbances that will be moving in from the northwest. So this be Tuesday, and now this is Wednesday evening, and then once we get into Thursday, I think we do it all over again. So eventually we're going to get into a more active pattern. But the overall coverage right now of rain looks to stay pretty low. Tuesday and Wednesday, we're talking about a 20% coverage, going down to about a 10% on Thursday, at least for now. But we'll see what it does as we get a little bit closer. Today, though, mostly sunny. It's going to be hot and humid. We're looking at that high of about 97 degrees. Overnight tonight, under mostly clear skies, we're dropping into the upper 70s. We're going to be staying hot for some time. We've got upper 90s again Monday, upper 90s on Tuesday. There's that 20% coverage of rain and storms. Another 20% on Wednesday. Temperatures slowly going down by about midweek. By Thursday, though, look at that wind. It's still out of the northeast. Temperatures in the low 90s, and it looks like we're going to be staying in the low 90s for a few days after that. The end of the 14-day, though, it does look pretty dry, and it's also looking to warm up a little bit more.